Oh, I didn't see anybody out there. I was just checking up. Good morning, everybody. It's that time. 4-day weekend. Yeah. Everybody getting in here so they can get it done. It's one thing I've noticed on long weekends. People tend to like just get in here so they can get it over with. Kind of like ripping off a Band-Aid, or sadly it's not a case of sooner done, sooner begun, because you're stuck in here till 3:30 either way. Unless something terrible happens. So yeah, after today, you probably won't be seeing. There will be no parking lot till next Wednesday. This coming Wednesday, because we're off Monday and Tuesday for 4th of July. See, normally we'd be starting our shutdown next week, but in their infinite wisdom, they put it back to like the first week of August. But I'm not going to complain too much, because at least they're giving us 2 weeks this year in a back-to-back. They're not splitting them up. They're not making us schedule a second week. And sometimes scheduling a second week can be a pain in the butt, because you know which weeks are going to get scheduled, because they're going to try to get the most bang for their buck. Well, I wasn't too surprised that Doctor Who's not, if it is not going to be at San Diego Comic-Con, because that's why I die laughing about how evil Chibnall was during his reign. It's like, guys, I don't think RTD wants to spoil too much. Sure, he's throwing you some bones with set reports and things like that, but he's not going to go to it. I wouldn't be surprised if they weren't there. Plus, in my opinion, San Diego Comic-Con has gotten too big for its britches. Especially when they started suing other cons for using the term Comic-Con. Which is nothing more than shortened down comic convention, shortened down to one word. Yet now they've got the patent on it, apparently, or some crap like that. So they went ahead and sued one of the other bigger cons just because they could, and they actually got away with it. It's like, what's going to be next? Someone's going to claim they invented the question mark, and anyone who uses it's going to get sued. It's ugh. Oh yeah, that too. Plus, I forgot about it. Very sorry. Yeah, RTD has been supporting the writer's strike, from what I've seen, around here and around. So that's probably the major reason. Come to think of it, I'd completely forgotten all about that. Thanks for reminding me. And it's sad too, but that's okay. I haven't watched Secret Invasion yet either. I keep hearing good things about it, so I'm gonna have to eventually invest in it. See what the hubbub's all about. And look at them. They actually look somewhat enthused as they walk in today. Well, yeah, I'd love to meet David Tennant, just once. But I highly doubt he's going to go to any of the cons that are even in my area. I'd be shocked if he does. Plus, as I said, we don't go to Comic Expo anymore, not since, the treatment we got when we were there. Especially when, you're coming back in the building and they got 2 lines going through metal detectors, and there's a lady up there shouting like she's in a bad 70s prison movie as to, do this, do that, and all that. And I'm like, is this America? I feel like I'm checking into the gulag, for crying out loud. And meanwhile, I had worn all my rings that day, which means every time I went back in the building, Jody hasn't been to Chicago TARDIS. Unless I missed something. I met Jody at the con in Columbus back in December. That wasn't Chicago TARDIS. That was the week after Chicago TARDIS. Like I said, I'd love for Jody to come to Chicago TARDIS, because that's why I die laughing at all these guys jumping up and down screeching about how bad things were. And I'm like, at Chicago TARDIS, there were more Jody cosplayers than there were any other doctors all combined. I'd love to meet her again. No. We met her the following week. And that was the only reason I went to that con the following week. Don't tease me like that, Roger. Unless you know something I don't. I haven't checked the guest list in a bit. I'd love for her to be there, don't get me wrong. Yeah, it was a con in Columbus we went to, and it was the week after Chicago TARDIS. And it was a Saturday only appearance, and that's when we went. We went on Saturday, because you can get a 3-day pass for like Chicago TARDIS for like $95, whereas you don't even want to know how much it costs for a 3-day pass at most of these other cons these days. Plus we got general admission one day to get in there, and look, I only got to meet her for like literally less than a minute. But just the energy she gave off to everybody, she was, like I said, you can tell in a person's eyes and how they look at you. That they're genuinely happy, to be there for the fans. And there's other ones you could look at, give me my check, here, give me your money. Like I said, that's rarely happens. Very rarely happens. Well, yeah, like I said, Jody was at the photo booth, and all the people who had the big passes went first. Of course, they took their sweet-ass times. And from what I could tell, the con had pretty much oversold the slot, because by the time general admission got in there, she had other things to do that day, and and it's like, that's, like I said, I don't like holding up the line and stuff like that, because I know there's a lot of people behind me, and I don't want to, screw things up for them, because I've seen how that goes. And she just looked at me and she smiled and she said, "You look good." And I said, "Well, so do you." That my brain had locked up. And next thing I know, she just runs over and throws her arm around me and smiles. And then I had to get out of there, because, there's other people waiting. And like I said, I don't like keeping other people waiting, Like, it's great when we're at a con and it's kind of slow, because that way you can actually stop and chat. And no, she was just being kind. No, come on, she's got a husband in San Francisco. I got a wife. It wouldn't work out. Like I said, she was just very kind, and I love that. Um, Darn it, this thing's blocking messages again. Probably someone said the evil word like hello. No, I can't get the damn screen to go. Oh, there it goes. I think I got it to work. Like I said, I just wanted to tell her how amazing she was, and like I said, I was just so tongue tied, and like I said, there was people coming behind me. I didn't want to keep them waiting, and she just genuinely made you happy, just to, to be there, and that she was happy to meet you. And like I said, there's a 98% of the celebrities I met, or 99% actually are like that. There's only a rare 1%, like who did that and looked right through you like you were an object. Sorry about that. All I know is I've been getting sneezy the last couple days too. No, that wasn't that con, I don't think. Hang on a second. Daddy, the fat man's blowing his nose on camera. That's not professional. Sorry, if you want a professional YouTube whore, that's a whole nother channel. Plus, I've been getting raspy, and I found out that it's because of and I'm like, wait a minute, this is like when I used to smoke, and then it's like, yeah, all the smoke coming down from the fires in Canada. You wouldn't see Thorries doing that, or Ace Creeper. No, you'll just see him sitting there in his pants with the strategically placed mirror, so you can see him sitting there at his computer monitor in his shorts. I heard he hasn't been around much lately. Yeah, Tenet, when he was doing the show, he was actually out meeting fans during the shooting and all that. And then that next actor came along who completely avoided everybody like they were carrying herpes or something. And then, along with his co-companion who didn't start showing up with fans until that next doctor came along, Peter Capaldi, and then started, talking her into doing it. Yeah, it's been pretty slow on DWSR the last day or so. Also, I noticed he's been hanging around on set. He has a few photos there with some of the guys, some of the gang. And like I said, if I could be on set, sheesh, I'd be there. But unfortunately, they have not perfected teleportation yet. And the day they do, I'm gonna like, is there any way I can slip a few bucks to like make some of my body fat go somewhere else? I don't know, put it on a penguin or something. Just don't, I don't need it anymore, They won't notice. They live down in the old South Pole. Well, folks, I just noticed the time I gotta get running in. Who knows? I may pop up over the next couple days. But like I said, there'll be no parking lot on Monday or Tuesday because we are off for July 4th. And they've extended the weekend because of that. So take care, everybody. Be kind, be calm, be safe. We'll see you all on the flip side. Toodles.